Hellcat driver, Mr. One-Nighter. That's so girl, I think I like her. Swiper, no swiper. Promise to would it not one-nighter. She'll think I like her. Been down one-nighter. She'll think I like her. Hellcat driver, Mr. One-Nighter. That's so.
So guys, Kitty Chris back with another video, and I was spitting through all the rest of the news I've been seeing all week. And this, I had a 7-man for the boys, so the first time I've ever seen is this. When I see is that one that had TNA and fire statement on a daily basis. And this is what happened yesterday from TNA. What did that happen? I tell you what happened. It was on TNA's statement. TNA Wrestling released statement on today's fire and weak reconstruction. The Anthem Sports Group President Carlos Silva said the following statement on the PW Insider. We're going to discuss. Today, we announced a restructuring, a resulted in staffing changes at TNA Wrestling. These decisions, they're always difficult, but it became apparent that we need to make adjustments to our business strategies. We are grateful for those who work for here and thank them for years of dedication to the company. Finally, we want our fans to know that we are committed to producing the absolute best product and highest quality content that we can, and appreciate their support. So, here's what happened. We don't give a damn nobody what happened. TNA Wrestling fires Gail Kim, Aaron Scherner, Rob Kilman, and Michael Schwinkel earlier today. Additionally, Karen Clifford, Sebastian Destrati, Romy Glazer, and Raphael Morphy has been released. This is what happened. TNA got fired. I mean, we saw Gail Kim getting fired for all pair of reasons, and we didn't see it all time being like this before. And yeah, this is what happened. That right there is very, very, very bad decisions. TNA did make horrible mistakes. I mean, not horrible mistakes, but big mistakes. When that day so far ahead with ideals and kind of like this, what's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, Gail Kim just got fired. I mean, fired, that could be a reason here. So, that makes it any worse. Kamala's family signs the WWE Legends contract. Kamala is under the permanent WWE Legends contract. Kamala is winning. Harris had a memorable run WWE across multiple stints. He had a brief run in WWE as well. Kamala appeared as a gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania 17. Kamala had dealt with health issues in late years. He passed away in 2020. On Kamala's Facebook page, it was announced his family signed at WWE Legends deal. This is a So, the late James Harris, known to fans around the world, and the commander Ungunning Giant is proud to announce that the son of the Legends of the contract. We could be proud that James' legacy is back home, where it belongs, as Emma Jean Harris, the wife of James Harris. we began to work it with the estate. My main goal is to get the commands on Legends deal and hopefully get the W's Hall of Fame. I always felt the way he belongs, and I think many of his fans will agree, says Jared Ashley. CEO of City Creative, the AZ Taylor deal added, it has been an honor to work with this family over the past few years. And now with WWE, the help preserves Kamala's incredible legacy. So this Kamala thing is gonna be on time of need. So yeah, that makes sense. Soraya Simi returns to WWE Return. Soraya, better known as Paige, has seemingly teased a return to WWE with her latest social media post. The former AEW Women's Champion hadn't been at WWE since her release in 2022. The English star had been forced to retire following a neck injury, but came out of retirement signed for AEW. And some huge stars to power the division. However, she admitted that there isn't a spot for AEW anymore. With her in-ring retirement coming in the next few years, Soraya could be spending in the autumn years of her career back where she was starting in WWE. On Twitter, Soraya posted a line from her own WWE theme song, teasing a potential return to the promotion. She posted the open line from the song Tear the Stars Out from the Sky, teasing the return to the old song, returning to the CFO's produced track. Would apply to return to the WWE given that Soraya's AEW contract ends in September. You think that she'd have to wait for some months of touring promotion before leaving? That makes sense. However, given a slate of recent releases, including Ricky Stars, Wayne Phoenix, and Soraya WWE actually return. So Soraya could be returning to WWE, and then that her contract could be expired in the later years. So the late in September, that makes sense. It's good for her, and I think it is. So what was this new? I guess you know what I'm talking about. And let's see what's next. What else news? I gotta see WWE. Okay. Alright. Oh, there it is. Right. That's really Chris Bey one. WWE's Karen Cross says picks from the benefit show for TNA's Chris Bey. Okay. Here he is. WWE star Karen Cross has paid tribute to Chris Bey following a benefit show to help support a TNA star's recovery from the serious injury suffered last year. Cross, who wrestled in the main event of the Future Stars of Wrestling Benefits show for Bey against Hammerstone. On Sunday, he posted a touching tribute to Bey alongside photos of the match and their interactions. The show aired on Thriller TV, and Cross urged to buy to support Bey. And thank you for showing Las Vegas. So FSW Vegas presents Bey and the Fifth for Bey. That's it, Chris Bey. Now, if anyone watch that, I get it. You watch it. This case here. You can see on Twitter, they were showing Las Vegas, and Chris Bey did have a benefit for him. I mean, if I remember correctly for Chris Bey, he did an interview on Chris Van Fleet. So, I want to see the Chris Bey interview. I want to see check it out what's going on. Let's see what happens with Chris Bey.
Do you think you'll ever wrestle again?
Never say never, right? The day after, day one, the day after the surgery, I was very content and understanding that my career was over. I didn't see a world where I came back to wrestling. I was laying there, couldn't move anything from the neck down. It felt like I had passed away because there's all this love for me online. You know, they say like you get your flowers when you're gone.
Yeah.
There's all this love for me online that everyone's telling me about and everyone's calling me. And I'm having people reach out to me who I've never in my wildest dreams imagined reach out to me. They're making video packages about me. It was like I was watching, spectating my life, and my life is now over. And wrestling is my life. It was my life. It is my life. It still consumes me. In that moment, I was like, okay, wrestling's over. I want to one day have a family. I want to be able to one day stand and run and play with my kids one day. Family was something I never thought about in my early 20s, but in my later 20s, now I'm being 29, it's very important to me. It's something that I want so badly. Not now, but one day. And the thought of never being able to achieve that broke me. That broke me, and that drove me more than anything because I had a great 8 years in wrestling. 8 years, that was it. But I did so much in 8 years that lived my wildest dreams. I feel like I made an impact on the world. I was able to help train and coach and motivate people who are in the game today. It's a dream career. If it had to end, if it's over now, cool. I want to walk. I want to stand. I want to be able to function. And then, maybe a couple weeks ago now that I'm walking again and I'm back in the gym, I told my girl, I was like, what if I do wrestle again one day? I'm still young. What if I took 5 years off?
Man, everybody know what they tribute here. Of course, these guys made an absolute tribute. There's an absolute cinema for them. And Chris Bey did what he had to do. And this guy is pretty good. I don't know if he gets back on his feet in wrestling, and he paralyzed with his neck injury. But the thing is, Chris Bey has, because of him and because of injury, GoFundMe pays for $10,000, and that because he is the back here after he paralyzed him. But that makes sense that he's good. Bey's neck injury on what happened on that injury, what happened during that TNA Impact last October, and they feel paralyzed before he can never walk again. And thankfully, Bey has been able to recover and pull the field himself, walking out in February and open the door to probably 40 recovers. We're emotional about Chris Bey, but everybody knows it. So, I'd like to see Chris Bey decide he speaks the truth. And that's what God said for him. Yeah. And then there's more of this. Eric Bischoff critics John Cena's heel promo. It's weak. It's absolutely weak. During the recent on his 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff elevates John Cena heel promo on March 17th of WWE Raw. You can check out the post of the highlights below. On John Cena's first heel promo, I agree with you. It was decided, John Cena turned heel on the potential, but there was in fact a dramatic about it other than the fact that he turned heel. It was interesting. Even, I did see a clip of this promo. I didn't see a lot. I saw a clip of it, okay? It was okay. I mean, the delivery was great. The message kind of job was weak for that job. I mean, when John Cena says he's going to ruin wrestling, that's because he's going to ruin wrestling. But the thing is, I have a theory. I have a great theory what happened. When Eric Bischoff was on the podcast, said talk about John Cena sold out. So this is crazy. So that makes sense. Well, oh well. So that's what Eric Bischoff did to be over here to her. It said it was weak, but that's the case. I'm going to find out what to say was. I think he's corrected.
All right, let's get into it. What did I think? I thought it was beautiful. The turn itself, everything leading up to the turn. And I do want to talk about, especially the latter portion of the elimination match with Punk and Cena. I want to talk about that quite a bit. So I want to save some time here. I know we're going to talk a lot about this. But I really, really admired the way the whole thing played out. It was done almost theatrically. And in fact, not almost. It was done theatrically in a way that you would expect to see on a movie set. Only, unlike a movie set, it wasn't a couple lines and cut. All right, let's try it one more time. This time a little bit, none of that. It was live. But the scene played out so well because it was so well written and conceived, and it had a substantial amount of nuance to it. Body language, eyes, head turns, so many little details. And as you've heard me talk about so many times on this show, good television is nothing more or less than the artful use of little details. And the details, the subtleties, the pacing, it was sometimes awkward. And we'll talk about why it was awkward, in my opinion. Things seemed to take a little too long, but I want to talk about why it seemed to me, sitting at home, that it went too long, because it's interesting. But overall, I would say, man, 10 out of 10. Kudos to the writers, to the producers, to the talent, who is clearly working very closely with the directors. I don't know how the show is produced. I don't know who's doing what, but man, it was really, really well done.
Such a special moment in wrestling history. So many wrestling fans had been clamoring for this for years, but we always thought it'll never happen. We've heard, allegedly, the statements come down that Vince would say things like, that man feeds us. And of course, I think he was referencing the merch sales, but the 2025 equivalent, whatever that may be, to John Cena being the leader in merch sales is Cody. So we've got a top baby face. We've got our superhero. We've got sort of Cena 2.0 and Cody. So we don't necessarily lose the merch opportunity. But boy, if it really is his final year in wrestling, and I believe it is, what a great way to make that character even more interesting in his swan song, don't you think?
Well, I mean, his story more interesting, sure, as a performer. I can't wait to see John as a heel because he's such a great performer. I think his experience in Hollywood, learning how to act, working with other good actors, maybe great actors on occasion, working with really, really good directors, all of those things, regardless of what you think of what kind of movies he's in. It may not be your cup of tea. It doesn't matter. It makes money. That's why he's still doing it.
I'm a fight. You gotta go watch the whole thing. That's what the whole 9 special. But we got more stuff on Hall of Fame here because the natural disaster has inducted the Hall of Fame here. So, Earthquake's family reacts to this 2025 WWE's Hall of Fame induction. News or Raw, and Drew McIntyre. John Earthquake Tenta. Families has been chimed in the WWE Hall of Fame induction. As a part, the natural disasters they wrote, we be honest signed to be able to officially say our dad, alongside his friend and tag team partner, Fred Ottoman, will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Is it an unbelievable honor to say they're both a part of the class of 2025. And we are truly so grateful that our fathers' lifelong dedication to singing and craft is being recognized on world stage. So thank you for all love and support. Support our dad. You all made this dream come true. We are so grateful to thank John from West Virginia. We be cemented as one of the top heels in this business, for real. And we are so proud of our dad. And yeah, I mean, joined by Michelle McCool, and of course, the King of Kings, Triple H. So yes, I was so shocked at Triple H to become a Hall of Fame. And you guys know it too. And you can see Drew McIntyre and Charlie Queen recently met Italian football legend Gianluigi Buffon, as you can see below. And finally, you can check out top 10 moments on Monday Night Raw on WWE Raw below. And I ain't never seen a Hall of Famer. I do. And what is natural disaster anyway? Oh yeah, Typhoon. Earthquake and Typhoon are natural disasters. Yeah, I know about them. So, yeah, congrats to natural disasters. Who is the... So I want who the next celebrity Hall of Famer. I think we'll see who's coming in next induction. So that started. So congratulations to the natural disasters, and wonderful again. That's all no wrestling news, and it's been an honor to you guys. So very easy, and you guys been over that day, and because of all you guys doing this process. So tune in for more wrestling news next week, or maybe set out for maybe 2 weeks or so. I'll be there once around time. So we'll see you. Make sure you comment down below how you feel Gail Kim got fired on TNA. So how you feel about the Scarlet promo this week? Is it weak, or is it Gail Cena speaks the truth about ruined wrestling? So let me know in the comment down below. And hit the like button and comment and subscribe here. And hit the bell to miss any videos. And thank God for me, I was going off the market. So yes, we'll keep Chris out on DMV. I'll guys next time for next week's video. Maybe next time on next video. Peace, more love, and I am out. I'll see you guys next time. Holla.
Where everybody saying?
Can I get a You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true! So just do it!
Please! Please!